What's up, gamers? I just need to throw this away. Hope you're doing well. It is currently 2 o'clock. It is Wednesday, the 10th of June. Hopefully, once we finish up this construction, the Minecraft... we need to come up with a name for it. A good name for the Minecraft speedrunning for Trevor project. No clue. I was thinking calling it like speedrunning for pride, but that, I don't know. It's not creative. It's not fun, right? We need something that'll draw people in. I watched a video, or I tried. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find how to set up MCSR. Okay, so does MCSR? Okay, this is how out of the loop I am when it comes to like how Minecraft speedrunning actually works. Does MCSR stand for Minecraft speedrunning, and then they say ranked? But I just want to set up like an MCSR instance, not ranked, right? We're gonna be doing like a solo run, and I decided that we're not going to do set seed. We are going to do random seed, the reset, whatever that's called. Because I don't know, I feel like I could get sub hour easy. I feel like I could hit 45 minutes confidently with set seed, right? I was watching Curryway's 8,000th Invitational, and I was watching, all of these pros not struggle, but I think it's called RSG. RSG is just much harder, right? It's much different. I mean, and harder, I guess, if that's what you mean for like time, right? But like unlike Ludwig, Ludwig is like pro CS, right? Or not CS, Overwatch, and like prides himself on being great at gaming. But he still took how long? His first run was like over an hour. But I grew up playing Minecraft, right? So I feel like I could absolutely destroy his time. So yeah, so I want to make it a little bit harder for myself. I don't want to clip farm, right? I came up with a way of how I'm going to do it too. I'm going to program a little dashboard for myself, so we can have a live counter of the money for charity. Is the camera lagging? I don't know. We can have like a making sure my mic was working. A live counter for how much we owe charity. It would be a perfect world if we could just set up a link, and so anyone who donates, we could see it pop up on screen, because that'd be so cool. We will have a little speech beforehand too, telling people, do not give money to me. I mean, you can, and I'll probably just forward it, but like, you lose a percentage giving that to Twitch. And what I'd probably do is, if people mistakenly donate to me and don't cancel it or whatever, I'm not sure how that works, I'll just donate, like, let's say they donated $5, but Twitch takes a portion, I'll just donate I'll cover the transaction, right? However, that's an issue if we, like, someone jumps in and donates like $1,000. And I'm like, oh fuck. Like, I don't think I could offset that. It's gonna be fun though. I'm really excited for it. It gives me, I just realized we have to, oh no. We have to do it like soon. Cause, there's, yeah, wow, okay, the schedule may get a little tight, because we could, not wait till this construction's done, because we have Promptathon coming up. I completely forgot about that. This is going to be a packed month for us, and I'm not complaining. Great way to do it, because I'm not sure if I'll be able to stream for a minute, depending on what the situation is once I move out of this apartment. Which would make me so upset if I can't stream for like over a month. Which I hope that's not like foreshadowing. But come on, man. It's all because my internet at my home, the internet provider is lying to us, and they're like, yeah, the upload speed is completely fine, but they're taking like a momentary average. They're not watching the stream throughout the day. So it's like very hard to stream. Stuff gets dropped a ton. Today we are playing some Cowboy Bebop jazz and just their calmer songs. I love Cowboy Bebop's OST. I wanted something. I've been just kind of feeling meh, like physically meh. Not sick. I don't know what's up. I think it's just like a combination of a bunch of like I hurt my back the other day, other things. Just feeling gross, so I wanted something that can at least, I've been taking it easy on my body, but something to repair my soul, right? And I feel like Cowboy Bebop's music is wonderful for that. Not just because it's great music. We listen to great music quite frequently on this stream, if I do say so myself. But this one is not only great music, it has a personal connection. I really love Cowboy Bebop, so. And, all of these songs had a piece of story tied to them. If we took Erica Badu's stuff or whatever, and I totally apologize for pronouncing her name incorrectly. And you put that to an important scene, that'll evoke possibly even more emotions, right? Thus making it more memorable. Like, I thought the song Sign of the Times by Harry Styles, it's a good song. But now, it's in Project Hail Mary. That song means a lot more to me now, right? I really don't think they could have picked a better song for that movie either. Holy crap. Also, yeah, we're at day 650. I've been thinking about stream 700, and that then we'd be about a year out from stream 1000. What is it? Yesterday when I finished stream, I realized Zapata was also streaming like at the same time I was, copycat. And the stream title was, "You need 20,000 hours to get to my level." No, 30,000. It's like, yeah, man, and I'm prepared for that. Let's do it. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Like, the prospect of being able to draw that long in my life, please, dude. Like, what is it? The estimates say that you spend 80,000 hours of your life in your occupation. Hell, if even a fraction of that was donated to my hobbies, I would be very happy. Okay, let's try to do this completely hovering. I want to get better at that. Still touched it a little bit. Ah, I'm not sure if that was my like wrist issues or that was just me being shaky right there. If it was my wrist issues, that means I'm using my wrist too much, so we need to stop that. Wow, I actually feel like I have a lot more control than I expected. I'm still grazing the page. I'm really close, but I'm not touching it. Look how little we smeared. Isn't that awesome? I did not expect hovering to go that well. It's almost like using my pinky as a crutch for so long wasn't that bad. It's more like training wheels. Of course, I have a lot to improve, but this is really wobbly. Yo, and what was I doing with the degrees there? Yikes. Okay, let's do a big ellipse with a big degree. I can feel myself putting more force in the page to stabilize myself. Ooh. Okay, now let's put our hand on the page and like make contact and see. I'm just curious. Let's do another organic form. Actually, I'm not going to contact the page for this. Because I don't want to smear. We're going to wait for that to dry a second. I'll get a sip of water. Gamer. I can't believe we were rated by ink yesterday. We need to do the same. Return the favor. Honestly, not too different from my completely hovering ones. A lot better compared to my shakier hovering ones. Cool. So we're gonna do BRB. You guys know the drill. I know it's weird that we only do like 2 minutes and then we're back to ads. Whatever. I've been thinking about changing that paradigm, but I do need time to like switch out. So maybe our warm up should be longer. Who knows? Anyways, be right back. 2 minutes ads. You know the drill. We'll come back and we'll work on our box that we had to fight with yesterday. So be right back. Alrighty, gamers. Here's our mistake from yesterday. I've been giving this some thinking, right? Why was this VP so close, right? And I forgot what I was gonna say, so let's refigure it out, right? Let's do this mental game again, and it is because I remember now. If we wanted to make a square up here, cool. If these two lines were parallel, that meant this line was parallel because it's at infinity. So that would ruin it. So we do have a limit on how far away and how close this VP can be. Specifically on kind of how far away, I guess. Because if it was any closer, then it wouldn't be square here. So it just so happens that the square made it push all the way like closer to infinity, right? Thankfully this one, actually wait, no, that doesn't make sense. Yes, it does, because we're bound by these two axes, right? They have to be 1 to 2. But no, because like then if the VPs could be placed anywhere. No, because once again we're bounded because it can't be isometric. So this one can only be so long. That's it, I think. Hopefully. So, are we? Hopefully we're back here. I'm not sure if anything got messed up by that. So let's fix it up. Another 40-minute box. We've done it though before, so that means my theory is we're going to be better now. If I could get a piece of paper. Let's get our... Wow, I'm so not prepared for stream. Oh, I'm almost out of sticky notes. I keep using them for BS. That's what they're for. I have a bunch of projects guides and drawings. Well, okay, the drawings. So this is a conversation topic. Uh-oh. Okay. Crazy text message. I don't know who that is. I am trying to figure out the boundary. So from what I know from my experience in therapy and my experience, just kind of learning about psychology in my Psych 101 class, which is like not, I'm not calling myself a psychologist, but I do know there's a concept called levels of disclosure, right? Where, depending on how close people are to us, we have different levels of disclosure. You wouldn't tell a random person on the street, your deepest, darkest secrets, depending. If you have a higher, level of disclosure or whatever it's called. And so how does that apply to art, and what do we share with people, right? Because Zapata has definitely referenced the fact that artists can make things that aren't like universal. Not when I'm talking about like acceptable, I'm talking about like the normative case of like, oh, you make gay art and people will have we live in a world where people can say whatever they want. Sometimes that stuff's not nice, right? So anyone can pass judgment on you. You really can't stop that. You could take exercises to prevent yourself from being harmed as much by it, right? But you really can't stop them unless you block them or do whatever those measures. And so I'm like kind of now grappling with what all that means for me as an artist. The art I make, what I should share, what I shouldn't share, depending on my level of comfort, right? Where are my levels of disclosure for art? And how does that make me feel too? Trying to find those and where they are, right? That's kind of the big debate right now for art with me. I'm slowly recovering from the little art funk I had. I made a full piece. I finished it today, which I'm very happy with. Of course, it has its issues, but like I've burned the critical part of me out. Like I guess like the way I got out of this art funk, maybe, possibly, is the part of me that is so self-critical and so mean to myself got tired. it was like, oh damn, right? Like maybe my body, maybe my mind subconsciously or whatever was just like, man, like I keep yelling at you and you keep drawing, right? So maybe, and like I'm yelling at you and we're both tired. So maybe we need to take a break. I'm not sure. But hey, right. So we want to do something that's about 2.5 inches here. Unless we do 3 vertically, we have an 11.5. So if we do 9 and 3 inches, but that means we lose 2 inches off the top. And so if we go down to 8, That means we're working with 2 point. What's they have this song in there. This is supposed to be calm. Do you know what this song is? I know what this song is, dude. This is stressing me out. We're skipping to the next one. Just because that one is wow. We're gonna switch up the playlist. I've gotten a message from my friend. They hate my status on Discord. It was supposed to be the announcement for stream today, but I didn't see it go out. So maybe it didn't happen, which means I have to do it twice. I don't know. So yeah, if we did 8, what's 8 divided by 3? 8 divided by 2 is 4. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So it's like, why am I not mathing today? Why am I tweaking? I'm just going to do it right here. Yeah, 2.67. So 2.5 inches is a good round down. 2.5 times 3 is... Wait, yeah, it should be 8.5? 7.5? Why am I so bad at math today? I was doing this math literally yesterday. I said the same equation. 2.5 times 3. 6 plus 1.5. 7.5. Okay, yeah. So we're good. And then that leaves us with like 2 inches of extra room, maybe even 3. If we use 2.5. 2.5 is like what? That's like inch, half. Oh, I'm insane. Yeah, this guy knows what 2.5 inches is. I keep like doing this to prep the ink as if I'm about to draw something. But that's like not as big as I want it. That means we have to fit 5 inches over there. Let's try it at least. Oh wait, but we have to be careful because yeah, we do want this to be a lower degree, but we do need to move it more downwards. Let's see, what is, I said a 7.5. So like 7.5, 3 inches, 3 inches, 1.5. So like this to here. Watch that. That'd be crazy if I hit this. Wait. This is the most fun. Ah, I got 7 and 3/16. That's high though. So this is 7.5 probably. We want this more in the middle. But that forces the degree to be higher. Right? Because that means we have the degree must be higher over here, lesser over here, and if it's lesser over here, a little bit goes to that, maybe? Actually, no, you can maintain the same angle, right? So, what does this guy know, right? Go for a purposely lower degree. We can go really far to the edge of the page if we want. Should not be scared of that. That means this, we do that twice. We go right here. It's going to be a bit closer than I like. I think that'll be good. Let's check my math. That was 3. That's okay. We don't need to be exact here, especially with the techniques that we're going to be using. That's less than 5. That's going to be fine. If this side's longer, what does that mean for us? Is that a huge issue? Because if we're making a square, if it was super short, let's do like the edge cases to help us figure out the main one, right? If it was super short, to make a square from something that's super long, the VP is going to have to be super close, right? And if it was isometric, if they were equal, then the VP is going to have to be super close or far, and this VP has to be closer. That's why this VP was closer than this one. Oh my god, okay. I'm gonna act like I understand that, but that makes sense. So we can like turn this into like a little bit of a like an what's it called, like a short thing to help you memorize bigger concepts. I who knows? A postulate, even though it's like not that formally defined. If the if a side of a square is shorter, the VP must be closer. I mean, that makes total sense now that I think about it. I'm just extending it to 2 squares because we're doing a 1x2. Bro. Too many accidentals in this song. Do it on purpose for once. That's bad, I'm sorry. Goodbye Pork Pie Hat. This is gonna smack, guys. When you have a song named that, holy. So this is 7.5. Since that is longer, this VP will be closer. Since that is longer, this VP will be relatively closer than it would be, but I'm not sure if it's closer than that one. That forces us to have close VPs, which is good, but that increases foreshortening. So we either want the degree on top to be smaller, so we have less foreshortening everywhere, or less chance of distortion, kind of like we had last time. I feel like distortion would have happened if we used that one, or at least gotten close. And if we move the degree higher, or this dot higher, it's going to decrease the distance. So we could actually, between here and here, it still will decrease that one, which is going to hurt us, but at least we're closer to our goal here. And our 7.5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 half is good. If we use that. Is this still closer to 5 if that degree is that small? Once again, I'm not sure if this smaller degree is a good idea. And what if we shifted everything to the side a little bit to make some room for the 5? So we're going to shift everything over. Crazy style. I was watching Northern Line VODs again, my bad. And I think it was Apollo kept saying something crazy style, psycho style. And I forgot, like, saying blank style was like a very good joke for a while. Still is. So, drawing boxes crazy style or something, I don't know. Oh, that's the next stream's thing. Actually, hopefully we won't be drawing boxes next stream, because that means this one probably failed. Reggie. I thought I wanted something calm today, and so I picked jazz. Not that all jazz is calm, right? But this is kind of stressing me out. I don't know why. Cool. It's very close to the edge of the page. But I think we'll survive. So if that's 2.5-ish, it's technically more. I should have gone deeper. Frick. Anyways, we get our 5 out of this. And we can be happy. We could force the degree to be slightly higher, because this does seem a little bit skinny. So we'll force it to be just a tiny bit higher. We'll use my original point because I don't want to rely on the ruler too much, right? Cool. Big box. Big belly box. Okay. This is the hard part, guys. I mean, all of it's the hard part, basically, but this is where we need to play the game of finding the midpoint, or establishing a VP, finding the midpoint of the plane created by that VP, which by choosing an arbitrary VP for the other axis, and then shifting, like continuously checking, playing higher or lower, binary search, right? With the VPs for the other axis to find if the midpoint of the plane looks like a square. Which took 40 minutes last time. I feel like it'll be faster this time because I kind of know what I'm doing, but we'll see. Gulp. Cool. We're set there, checking all the stuff. Let's do this. Yeah. I'm intimidated. So, which VP do we want to pick first? I want to pick this VP in this axis first because I ended up having to shift that one. We know the VP. Actually, these are going to be somewhat close. The VP will be relatively closer to this axis than this axis. So if we picked like the furthest one ever, then it's going to mirror that. But I want to do this and pick VP. Oh, and we had to move this VP because if this was isometric, we had a limit. What's up, Toast? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. How is your day? He says while sounding like a robot. Bad? Oh no, I'm sorry to hear. Get a guesstimate for where the absolute, if this was an isometric box. You lost your arm yesterday. I'm not laughing at that fact. I just, I'd say that's a serious turn of events for you to be joining our stream so soon. This is gonna be so bad for me if like Toast actually lost their arm. And I like my first response was direct. Someone didn't give the energy back. I would wager that my alleged consumption of the Earth's energy in its entirety has absolutely nothing to do with the alleged loss of a particular arm. Like what makes you so sure? And before you say your tap was frozen, how did you lose your arm because of that? How does this work? Oh yeah, that's how that works. Wait, there's no way I guessed this first try. Your arm was on fire? I kind of remember telling you not to do whatever you were doing that led to the damage of one's arm. Stretch? 18 minutes in the stream? Oh, and they're spamming. I think I'm going to remove redemption rolls from you, Toast. There are consequences to your actions. Did I get it correct first try? We'll see. I think I did. Somehow. Some way. So that is the absolute furthest. Our little isometric. Yeah, that was a piece of dust. I thought the other one was a VP, but it was just a piece of dust. That's the absolute furthest, which, hey, it fits on the page, which is good, but the degree is also relatively small, which is a bit concerning. We are going to pick a VP, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so the other one we can't pick any VP because that may make no, because like if one's isometric than the other is, that just makes the mid plane like super whatever. Okay. You're a chud. I've been called a chud, I think 3 times a day. Wholesome man. There we go. Finally, a compliment. What's going on, Dio? Hope you're well. Such sad music now. We need a Bill Evans, I love you. You're amazing. We need a change of pace today. You're doing okay? That's great to hear. Bored. That is somewhat typical of our friend Dio. I'm sorry to hear that you are bored. What music are we playing? Here we go. We'll go with a classic for now. My eyes like suddenly like crazy itchy. Oh my god. Ugh. Very chill stream today, I think. May even start raining outside, which would be cool. I turn blue whenever it gets dark outside, though. I'm not just talking about like emotionally, which is actually kind of true still. But my light. Actually, we multiplied myself to become more warm. Those who know. So if we chose this VP, which is plottable, that wouldn't really harm that one, and it would only kind of harm this one. So let's give it a further one. Let's see, if we chose a VP that could touch this corner, that would be 14.5 practically, maybe even like 14.75. Yeah. How's my day? It was productive. Applied to a couple jobs, did a couple chores, made some plans for the stream and stuff. I need to be a little bit more productive. I'm not happy with how little I get done every day, but also I am taking it easy. It's weird because like I'm taking it easy, I'm trying to enjoy my days, but then I become upset at myself for not doing enough, right? So I'm not sure where the balance is struck, either doing more or adjusting my expectations of myself, or a little bit of both. So who knows? But today we are going to tackle the box that we drew yesterday, because now we know what we did wrong, which is important. And let's see. I would prefer if the VP from here touched that one. But I'd also be okay if it barely touched this one. So it could be further away. Because I'm psychotic, I guess. Right? So that leaves us, let's go 15.5. That will be the distance from here to there. 15.5. Cool. So now we need to find the true corner. Actually, yeah, we're locking this in. So if we used this, right? Made a line from here to there. Be practically like this, I think. Just check my accuracy there. My first guess was a little bit more correct. So, like I said, 15.5 inches. There's noise. So now there is some dot along this line where we can form the corner of our box that will make the midpoint have be a square, or form a square, half and half, right? And I'm a bit worried how far this VP is going to be. And we're not going to, yesterday, man, I feel sick. That's like what's messing up my flow. Yesterday, what we did is we found the midpoint that worked for us and then traced back. Or like we found a point and traced back. How did I find this though? Yeah, I think I did that or something. It was weird. Whatever my mistake was, it was really weird. And here, I'm going to be right back to check on something. We're back, gamers. And oh wait, I just realized something. Let me check. I'm gonna start the timer again. I'm gonna check Kolu's profile. Yeah, there's like new songs. There's Goethite, Goethite, like Goethe, but like who knows? Let's listen to this. The fact that Kolu only has 170,000 monthly listeners is a shame. He needs billions. Billions must listen. Okay. So, let's pick our VP. We're going to do this, we're going to do it arbitrarily, kind of off vibes of what we think would look good, which I'm going to say is like right here. And then we'll play binary search for the one we want. So that VP is, ooh, that is close. That VP is maybe at 13 inches. $12. Even closer, 10 inches. Even closer, my ruler doesn't even go that far. 7? Yeah, I think this is a bit excessive. We're going to move to 10. We're going to start at 10 inches and work our way in whatever direction I deem fit. And we'll try to use a little bit of our intuition to guide if it should go further away or closer. This was 15.5. I'm going to keep saying it out loud so I remember it. There we go. There we go. That's a very important point to have. That is our corner. Ay, ay, ay. I need to hire somebody just to like stand in the background, say nothing, and like never blink, barely breathe. But like when I when I need it, they'll like I drop something, they'll grab it. That sounds like horrific in hindsight. I feel like it would be a good bit. This is what it looks like. Which looks like it has potential blocks. Now we want to do the diagonal. There we go. That gives us our midpoint, which is questionable. Then we need to project our midpoint upwards. We have a whole algorithm for this now. It's nice. Instead of trying to figure it all out as we go. It is time consuming though, especially when we're trying to be as accurate as possible. Cool, cool. This will now give us our plane. Let's do it like this. Okay, now we ask the time old question, does this feel square? No. It feels like this is too long. So we could either move the VP closer on this axis over here, or we can move this VP further away. Or sorry, yeah, this VP further away, this VP closer. No, this VP closer because that'd move it to like this, right? Or we can move this VP further away. And we've already locked in what I want this VP to be, so we can only move this VP closer, which means my guess of 7 was actually probably not too bad. So we'll go down to 7. Yeah, we'll go down to 7. So now we do the same process again. Or we could go to 8 and work in units of 2. And I would rather do that. So now we're here. That's our corner. From our corner, make our midpoint. Project our midpoint. Oh, there we go. I was like, that seems way too foreshortened. No way my initial guess of 7 was correct. Oh, it definitely was not. It got worse. Oh wait, we do need to move this VP further away. Me say I thought I misspoke, but yeah, that's what needs to happen. We need to move. So it's not 10, it's higher than that. So let's go 12. Yeah. Oops. Okay. I was wrong. Me misspeaking was more correct than what I just did. So we'll go to 12 now. Going technically off of what I understand, it should maybe even be bigger than that VP. I don't know. I don't think that's right. Doesn't seem right. Good. Let me just double check. That is now our corner. Yep. Means the midpoint is going to now move closer towards us. There we go. That feels a lot better. It still seems like this is a little bit too long, though, by a very small margin. So we could either move up another 2 inches, make it 14, or it could work backwards. Let's see if we could do that. How difficult that would be here, right? You need to change some stuff up and how we're doing this first. Actually, this won't work the way I want it to. Yeah, this won't work the way I want it to because that's depending on the midpoint being correct, but the midpoint is dependent on the VP, and we can't measure back to the VP correctly. Uh, Actually, we could if I did this. This is gonna be like me like playing Twister with with my rulers though, but I think it'd be cool. You're right. Let's see if we could do this. There we go. So we have this, and the ideal is this VP moves even further away. No, we don't, because it would have to move like this. Oh, no, it's going to move like that. So the ideal VP is like this. So we find where that intersects this, which I don't think. Yeah, that's not happening. That was a good try though. It would work if I like was a robot, right? But I don't know. People aren't too fond of robots drawing. Me neither. Oh God, in like 30 years when the robots take over and they see that clip, they're like, no, I was just joking. I'm a changed man, I swear. Yeah, because this doesn't reach now, which is a little bit concerning, but we can still guesstimate. This is 14 inches up from 12, so 2 inches difference. I was kind of joking earlier when I was like, not even joking. I wasn't joking. I was guessing earlier that the VP was different, or the VP was going to be, or the distance to the VP is going to be bigger on that side. I didn't actually think that was true though. Yep, gamer. That's our corner. We know the drill. Possibly, yeah. That midpoint is so close. Makes me feel like, I guess, yeah, the further it gets away, the more length you need. Like, if you, the angle of the interior gets harder to increase with length, so you need more length. I'm not going to say exponentially because that's not the term, but like that's kind of what we're looking at is, you need length, not just directly proportional. Like it's not linear, which is why the Pythagorean theorem has squares, right? Or like the Pythagorean theorem having squares. Yeah. Man, I need to take calculus 2 again. Or no, more so just my physics. Cal 3. I need to take Cal 3 again. My trig sucks off the top of my head. I feel like knowing trig could actually help me a little bit here. Like I know to soka that toa, but like other than that, there's a point in I think Cal 2, like the end of Cal 2, or maybe just Cal 3, where I was like, polar coordinates, actually, yeah, linear algebra especially. Because linear, like when you get to transformations in different like spaces or whatever they're called, just like, you could go from like the polynomial space to whatever, and you'd have to know your polynomials well, you'd have to know blah blah blah, right? So you kind of had to like buff up all your other fields in math to be able to understand it. Okay, so we have our corner. Oh no, we don't do corner here. Yes, we do. Corner to this. I mean, it's all the same. Line. Shout out linear algebra. It's probably my favorite math class I've ever taken. I haven't taken diffie-q, even though we did diffie-q at the end of linear algebra, because it was going to be on our exam. Ironically, I don't think, okay, hot take, even as a person who didn't take diffie-q, I've heard from many that the diffie-q at our university was not that hard. And then when we did it in linear algebra, which, let's be real, there's nothing linear or, okay, okay, never mind. I was going to say there's nothing linear or algebra about it, but like linear combinations, like algebra, it's like literally algebra. Never mind. Is that square? I'm looking like from here because otherwise I'd have to like look down on it, which isn't that convenient. This still feels a little bit too long. What if we made the VPs the same distance? Holy crap. The VPs should be the same distance, right? Is that really how it works? That's just, oh wait, no, okay. Yeah, oh my god, we lucked out. This is crazy. The VPs, so from the math I know, right? The VPs, the distances can be the same because we're making almost a perfect angle in the middle between these. Like we're assuming like these are the same angle. So that means if this is 2 times, or like if we're just making a square right here, the VPs would be the same. If this angle was different, holy crap. Do we hop on GeoGebra real quick to like, I mean, it makes sense intuitively. I've said that before though, and then I've been wrong. But I think the VPs are just the same. Because this angle is so good, and that's the only reason why we get away with that. Dude. Because it's just symmetrical. Right? Why would the VP... Oh, holy crap. Yo. This angle is a little bit bigger than this one. Which would make this VP closer a little bit, I think. So like if we did 15 inches, it would be fine. Instead of 15 and a half. Because also, well, this one's also longer. So if it's longer... If it's longer, then I don't know. That one's too hard to figure out. But like it's only longer by like a negligible amount. So, if we hit 15, I think we're good. Holy crap. Holy crap. I'm such an idiot. Holy crap. Okay, wait. Dude, it was right there the whole time. I feel so stupid. It is like purely accidental. That we were able to figure that out because our angle is decent. Dude, Oh my god. The line we drew is basically 15. I'm such a chud. Since that angle is slightly bigger though, just if one side's longer, that means the VP needs to be further away, right? Because if you started switching it then and made that one double, then the VP's equal. If it's bigger, that means the other side needs to feel bigger, right? So the VP on the other side will be closer, or the VP on this side will be further away. So 15 makes sense. Would you be willing to say how you managed to steal all of the Earth's energy? Uh, I don't know, because we're in the middle. Like, I can't even do a bit right now because we're in the middle of figuring this out. Like, that is so tangentially related to what we're dealing with right now. No offense, but like, bit mode is not activated for Kavel right now. To the dismay of the audience. I got a big straw. I stuck it in the ground. I got one of the 7-Eleven Slurpee straws. There you go. That's your visual. Where's that one video of it's like a horse. It's a really sped up, silly video. A horse like drinking from a pond, and it cuts like the entirety of the Earth's ocean disappearing or like being sucked dry. And then it cuts back to a horse that's like extremely rotund. It's a very good video. It's from like an old Western. It's like spaghetti Western. So there's like this drum in the background as the horse is coming. It's really good. Like heralding his arrival, the horse that drank the world. David Bowie would go crazy with that. The horse that drank the world. Oh, this is why I'm not in charge, and this is why I don't make music. This is not meant for me. Okay, let's double check everything, but this looks good. Sure, there were a lot of stray marks on the page, but that's kind of actually. Well, I mean, we'll do this. I was so confident in myself, but last time I was so confident, and then that's what happened. I feel like such a chud, man. I feel like such a chud. Holy. Oh, we want this. Eh? Oh, corner. Nice. That's pretty square to me, dude. Holy. Okay. So we could go 15.5 because this angle's bigger, but that line is also longer. So it literally kind of cancels itself out. Is there any reason not to? It's easier to remember. Okay, let's do it. Why not? Holy crap. It's like this is the embarrassing part of learning where something so obvious is now in front of you, right? And it was there the whole time, and you probably should have known better, right? If you're a person who prides themselves on their perspective knowledge, not prospective knowledge. Oh, dang it. Screw it, we'll just go with that. We can call it 15 and a half, I think. Or we'll just say 15. That makes so much sense, though. It's... If we, sculpted it down to 15, what would that give us? It's still relatively accurate because we're working with, like, such faraway stuff. So, like, error can be minimized in that way. So let's do 15 on both sides. That just makes my life a little bit easier. Sure, it's like the tiniest bit more foreshortened, but I think there are worse things in the world. Like a certain streamer stealing the world's energy. Mayhaps. Okay, I'm obsessing about error right now. We need to calm down. Holy, okay. That's so relieving to know that we figured that out on accident. That one's going in the lesson 6 video. Wait, Kavel makes YouTube videos? When? And on this one, we made the mistake last time. It wasn't a horrible mistake, but it definitely was a mistake of we don't need the the cross section, or we need the cross section. We don't need like the lines, the actual like T shape of the cross section, right? It took 40 minutes again. I'm such a chud. Oh, I'm such a chud, guys. It sucks. I need like a slight break after that. Holy, to make 2 lines. It took me 40 minutes to make 2 lines. Holy. Now, does that apply to this one? I think so. And we're going to try it real quick. That'd make the VP very close, though, and that worries me. It'd make it extremely close. Because last time... Let's try it. Because, yeah, if it's symmetrical about the center, then it should be fine. 15. Let's get this first. Ooh. Oh. That VP is gross. I'm not going to draw this one. I refuse to. This one doesn't need to be as accurate, so that's why I'm not like as gun-ho for it. Oh wait, what? I already have the VP over here. We didn't need to do all that. I'm a chud. Oh. Oops. So, going forward, I think this one should be shorter than all the others. Okay, maybe I don't actually agree with that take. I need to think about it. Oh, Peace Flag Ensemble. I thought this was a new emoticon for some odd reason. Oh, that is the middle point, isn't it? Okay, I think my theory doesn't hold for this one, which is good because I didn't like it in the first place. Oh, I'm stupid. Find the midpoint. No, that's why I was off. My theory may not be wrong, and I don't like that. Uh-oh. Too many rulers. Actually, it's quite an acceptable amount. I'm complaining about nothing. Here we go. Moment of truth, I think. No, don't tell me I was right. Don't tell me I was right. I don't want to be right in this instance. I don't. Don't let me be right. Don't let me be right. Don't let me be right. That's square, dude. Like, tell me I'm wrong, right? I mean, maybe this VP could be further out by a little bit, but that. Let's see how far I can make this VP go away. But that's rough. Okay, this isn't fully square. This side's a little bit too short, but that's okay. You know what? I'll take it. So what we're gonna do is we have the absolute corner here, and this is what I messed up last time, but now I'm very confident in what I'm doing. I could be confidently wrong, but at least I'm confident. Hey, whoa! Oh my gosh! It's been a minute, Luffy. Holy! When was your last message? Let's see. It's loading. It's taking a second. It's looking for it. Oh my god! It's been a year. Holy! Yeah. Wow. Well, welcome back to the stream. It's been a minute, Luffy. Yeah. What's going on with you? I hope you've had a good day so far. I've since that time I probably finished the 250 cylinder challenge. Uh I went to Singapore and I studied abroad. What's her name? Um, I uh graduated university. You were there. Changed the stream time. Yeah, we're now at 2 p.m. Central Time, so 3 hours. Actually, back then I probably streamed at like 7:30. So a good amount of time away. Holy, it's oh, I just messed it up. No, I had the measurement. Yeah, we're right. I think this was close enough. Thank you, thank you. We're still trucking along. Draw a box never ends, but I'm okay with that. We're up to some shenanigans. Oh yeah, face cam now. That's probably the most obvious thing. Just hit my mic, I apologize. Oh, okay, I need to tape down the page. It keeps mucking up. Wow, it's crazy saying your name. It's been a minute. You were there for the last promptathon, and we're about to hit our next promptathon soon. For the last summer promptathon, I should say. Timer's almost up. That's okay. We'll do some break time with gaming, and then we can get some slices done today as well. I was about to put this in my mouth, which I'm not like that. Will this work? I don't think this will work. That'll work, I guess. But it is awesome to see you. That is for sure. Let's see, it undershot it, which means that it needs to be closer. 6 inches. Sorry to say, but your hands don't match your face. Uh-oh. I don't even know what that means. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Let's say 6 inches. The VP is 6 inches away. Or 6 inches from the bottom. So, like if we hold it from upside down, this 6-inch mark hits it. So that tells us if this whole thing is 18 inches, that means there's 12 inches from here to here. 12 inches away. You look really fit, thank you. Do my hands not look fit, I guess? I keep thinking the pencil in my headphones is my ruler and I keep wanting to grab it. Alas, it is not. Okay, so yeah, 6 inches from the bottom, 12 inches away. What can we do with this information? Well, now we need to plot out the corner. Which now that I think about it, I don't know a good way of doing that. We're gonna try doing this. Okay, that's good start. Ooh. 15. So I will still, sadly, have some issues measuring to the farther ones, but I think that's okay. You really have improved a lot from the last year. Thank you very much. It's always good to hear. I've been in a bit of an art funk recently, so if you'd ask me that, I'd actually say no. I haven't. But that's kind of the I don't know, the unique part about your position is, you see me in snapshots at a time. I can't see myself like that, right? Because I'm continuously in my own body, in my own head, right? So that is, I really do appreciate that. That means a lot. It's easy to forget. I didn't realize I can measure from the bottom. That's such a much better. Last I remember, you were running, if I remember correctly, or was that somebody else? You had a challenge with your friend to run every morning. We try. I mean, you frequented the streams a lot, so I try, right? And plus, if push comes to the shove, I can see every message that you sent, so I could just read through those real quick if I needed. But I think another thing that helps is I can see your profile picture, and so knowing that like your profile, I associate that with you relatively easily, right? I'm not the biggest fan of this box, but I feel like it may work out. There we go. Well, I do hope. Yeah, I think you said respond. I'm not sure. I hope that life is treating you well. Oh goodness, I almost messed that up. It can be bumpy and tumultuous, and there's all kinds of chaos going on nowadays. But I do appreciate that you took your time to stop by. This isn't the chattiest of streams. We actually So do you? I'm an anime character. I mean, kind of. Like if you're like imagine like the person who joins the stream, Luffy. I'd be like, that's the profile picture. The or damn Daniel one from Skypiea, right? It was rough this year. I'm sorry to hear. But hey, you are alive. That is a very important part. And you stuck around long enough to see stream 650 with Kavel underscore draws, right? I'd consider that a win. You know, I've always thought of this stream as oh shoot, we need to move that down. You're Luffy after all. True. I've always thought of this stream as a like oh, you could either like spend time doing something that you like with me as background. You could be like going to sleep. I know probably that's what Dio does. It puts me in the background and falls asleep. But I never thought of it as like a time capsule because you know I really do try to put an effort in being here, right? And that's really all I can offer is to be here, and to be consistent, right? That's I'm not the brightest. I wasn't born to be like a model or many other things, right? But I do believe that the maybe one skill I have, which it's barely a skill, let's be honest, or not barely a skill, barely a gift. Anyone could do it, in my opinion, right? Just to be consistent, right? So we try to be here for a minute. As hard as that may be, because things are going to get crazy in this upcoming year. Like I said, I have graduated, which means I am in search of a job. Sent a couple job applications out today. So, there are some companies out there who in their job descriptions are like, we only hire the best. We fired people. No, like we denied people from like Cornell and Stanford because we're so good. I'm like, NASA doesn't have this mentality or like outwardly, like NASA doesn't have this in their description. And I'm sorry, like I consider NASA the paradigm of like the best and brightest to a large degree because like they're sending people to the moon and Mars and everywhere, right? And yet you're telling me your AI startup has like a more strict hiring process than NASA. Like, bro, humble yourself, right? I'm gonna double check that line. Your streams were really helpful for me to be helpful. Yeah, that's great to hear. So what the internet needs is more background noise, right? Consistent. There, gotcha. Yeah, that's what I kind of assumed from it. Are you still running? Are you still doing that? Let's see. That feels okay, but I don't trust myself too much. Nope. Real. It's been a year. Things change. If I messed up that line, I would have probably ended the stream. Oh, it's rough. Oh, it's so rough. Almost there. Once we're done with this. So, Luffy, we now have something called break time. I thought I hit the timer. I guess I'm high or something. I just realized you can, like, pretty easily see the stream in the background. um, we have some, yeah, we have break time, quote unquote. It's where we just take a break, play some little browser games, chill out for a second. And then if I'm feeling up for it, we can go back and draw some more. Oh, I'm so excited for Promptathon. I forgot Promptathon's coming up, and I'm not gonna lie, guys. Like, I'm giddy. I'm like a kid right now. I'm like, hell yes. I'm so excited. Started a new anime today, and by new I mean it's new to me. Yu Yu Hakusho, which is definitely not a new one by any means. And I don't cry. I wouldn't say I cry easily to media, right? I'd say I'm relatively um pretty like well, like I can handle some stuff, right? Then again, Freerun I cried multiple times to the first episodes. My bad. Um But Yu Yu Hakusho, because like I'd say Witch Hat Atelier is relatively sad, right? Its first episode, but then it kind of changes its tone. Yu Yu Hakusho, I was like tearing up in the first episode. I think I really have a soft spot um for like death in media, but death that like its victim isn't just the person who died, but the people left behind, right? That's where it really gives me that heartache is you see the reactions of everybody to that death, right? And I guess it's a very human thing too to cry when you see others cry. Like growing up, the only time I cried to movies was when other children cried. So like a Monsters Inc. Whenever what's her name cries, oh, I feel so bad for her. I still would like tear up to that. Um, Children crying get me every time, probably. I haven't had much media, thankfully, where like there are children crying. That's a very sad thing that I don't really want to engage with too much, just by virtue of it being sad. Um, but yeah, that will consistently make me very weepy for sure. Oh my god. The hardest a piece of media has ever made me cry is definitely Before Your Eyes. Before Your Eyes hits like a truck. And it has much I have personal connection to that media. Dude. If you people are like, I won't cry. And by people I mean one person, and it was my roommate. He sent me a video of him bawling afterwards. I don't believe I have. Let me Google Takopi. Takopi's Original Sin. I thought I got rid of the AI overview. I had an extension that does that. Where is that? Excuse me. It was like that? Okay, then maybe I need to watch it. It looks really rough. Oh, there's one screenshot that actually makes me really upset. And hard shot. See, I may not be able to watch that. I like literally like it would just make me feel so horrible. But then again, and like it's particular because like One Piece has kids crying. I don't know, it's not as impactful as me. Maybe it's just because it's One Piece, it's very toony. Um it effed you up real bad. I could imagine. That does not look. There's one screenshot that looked really, really, really rough. So yeah, tip on making Kavel cry. That's the kind of story you write. The dog at the start of One Piece. Like the one on the island where you meet Buggy. Or like Buggy uh captures Luffy. I don't think. Oh, Orange Island. Oh, where it's not Buggy, but are you talking about Arlong Park? Arlong Park, maybe I got teary. The only moment I think I actually teared up, or maybe even cried during One Piece, was the Water 7 and Enies Lobby, which in my opinion is still the best part of One Piece entirely. Right, it peaked right there. No Buggy. Okay, I just thought you meant like Lemon Island, as in like uh the island where what's her name was born, but it's probably not called Lemon Island. That too. That was probably the most, especially seeing the entire crew at that point standing on top of Arlong Park, or not Arlong Park, Enies Lobby with the flying. Sorry, that's hype moments in Aura. Come on, right? That's like the one part of One Piece where I felt like, holy crap, Luffy is so much biting off more than he could chew. That and then Sabaody, of course, right? But like that moment, I was like, holy crap! Like you don't fuck with the entire world government, right? Um, and so that's really good to see for me. Uh, and then I'm gonna be real. I don't really like anything post time skip. There's not a moment post time skip where I was like, holy crap. I mean, of course, the end of Wano is really cool, but I don't think I cried, right? I don't think it was like close to Enies Lobby for me either. Especially with how long it is, dude. Like I really we're reaching Dressrosa levels of stuff. Like stop. In fact, I haven't finished the most recent One Piece episode because I'm just tired. Like move faster, man. Like ever since I watched Hunter x Hunter, I was like, holy crap, this is the pace that a shonen should be. And it's made me so sad. Now it's just more world building. I'd barely call it world building. Like, yeah, it is world building by definition, but it's like, here's this new island with this quirky cast of characters. Luffy's given food by someone and then wants to defend them from the world government. And oh, look, there's this like new power up that Luffy gets, or new way of fighting, or like lore, right? Like lore drop. And that's about it. And I understand it's a kids show. It's a Sunday morning Japanese kids show. that's like the biggest one. So of course they're just going to do it as a money grab. Um, and the only reason I'm still watching One Piece is just for the lore, because the lore is cool. You want to figure out the mystery. That's the only thing that's actually got me, right? Um, Other than that, though, like I don't really care about the kids on. Actually, it's probably a commentary on like either modern Japan or the world. Like the kids no longer are warriors because that's like out of fashion. And Luffy, there's this one kid that actually wants to whatever. Like I don't care, man. I don't need a 5 minute segment of like the kids playing and like Luffy being there, or like spoilers for the most recent episodes as a heads up. But Robin's reunion, that's great. Did not need to be an entire episode of them just like showing previous clips from previous episodes. The two like most recent episodes, or three, I guess, because I haven't finished the current one, could be like condensed into one, right? Um, it feels like we're wasting time. But speaking of wasting time, box, it's highly foreshortened. I don't really like that, but we're gonna stick with it for now. Yeah. Have I watched Evangelion or Evangelion? Evangelon? I don't know. I have not. I've heard it's rough too, but it's really good. I heard it's like one of all time. Maybe I should watch that. I've been looking for something really good to sink my teeth into. Anyways, we are going to go into BRB. Then we're going to do some break time, and then we're going to come back, maybe if I'm feeling up to it, and we're going to do the slices. So beer back. Alrighty, gamers, we're back. Let's do it. We're going to start with the game duel. Let's go. I don't have anyone here to crutch on, so this can be rough. However, this is Doom of the Dark Ages. Okay, please keep this velocity. Oh, okay. Dio, this is game duel, so you have to guess the cover art, the artwork, a character, keywords, and then a guess from the game. Instinctively, I want to say this is Journey. I don't think it is, but we're gonna go Journey. It is Journey. This is concept art for characters. I don't think I've seen. Who's this guy? Interesting. And like, why do they have legs? What's going on here? Okay, come on. Oh no. Why is it always some like Mario-esque? Okay, pants, big shoe, and stick. White glove or white hand? I don't know who this is. Or skip one. No idea. Uh-oh. Come on, man. 2 average guess attempts? Oh, it's like a white, I'm assuming mouse? Police mouse? I've never heard this game before. Okay. Yeah, this is a mouse. No clue. I'll give chat a second if they want to make a guess, but I'm not guessing this one. Oh. Okay, yeah, we're done. What is this? Which video? I don't know, bro. I'm giving up. It's Mappy from Officer Mappy. How could you? Was the average? The average for this 2? People got this in 2 guesses. Are people insane? Are people playing Professor Mappy and I need to get on this? Okay, pod zipper jetpack. Pod zipper jetpack. What are you doing to us? Plants versus Zombies. I don't know. Pod is just like really confusing me. Maybe peas in a pod. It's like, that's what they're trying to do, but it really didn't work out. Costume, stickers, and decorations. 3 average guess. Sponge wood, cardboard, cloth, button eyes, wool, planet. Okay. Is it the wool game where there's 2 of you guys and you have to figure it out? Or is it planet like Little Big Planet? Okay, so it's one of these. We just got to figure it out. Oh, it said PS3. So I should have gotten that earlier. Okay, Little Big Planet. There we go. It Takes Two. That's what I was initially thinking of, but it said Planet. I was like, okay, I have to start with that. Finally, this one's going okay today, but we have to guess randomly. Let's pick a random game. Let us do Helldivers 2. Did I already do Helldivers? I don't know. Baked a batch of vinegar biscuits. I've never had vinegar biscuits. That doesn't sound too enticing to me. However, that is just me. Okay, that was a bad pick, honestly, because like Stingray Engine, what are we gonna get from that? Yeah, I should have done something a bit more niche. Let's do play Mario Bros. Online. I am good. Also, I forgot to pull up all of chat on here. They're tasty. Let's do let's do Cluster Truck. That's Unity, first person. Puzzle. Okay, it's less than 2016. Binary search. Let's do Half-Life 2 Episode 2. Oh, I thought it was 2012. Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking Portal 2. Sorry. Portal 2. It is a Unity game, so Portal 2 wouldn't even be helpful. I didn't even realize it was Unity single player, action, and then something else. Unity game from 2012. I've not even heard of most of these games. Tekken. Tekken is not Unity, to my knowledge. List of Unity games? Oh wait, this is huge. Ooh, this is a niche pick. They don't even have it here. Okay, never mind. The Room? The Room is technically first person. We'll do The Room. Oh wait, it's not first person, sorry. It's probably third person and then something else. Okay. My bad. And it is not 2012. Let's go 2014. So third person. Let's do Sonic Dash. Okay, that's not a game. Let's do Yandere Simulator. Oh, holy! We actually got it before the thing. Crysis is not Unity, I believe. It's Crysis Engine, right? Yeah, it's CryEngine. Also, Firefox give me stupid ass things. Okay, next game. We're gonna do guess the game. Gives us a screenshot now. This is probably not gonna go the way I want it to. It looks like. I mean, it looks like Sonic, right? We'll toss a Sonic in here. Sonic Mania, just to. Okay, no. Undertale. I don't believe this is Undertale. Rather, quite confident it is not, because this UA. Yeah, and it's the release is too old for Metacritic. Is this one where you have to like put a potion or like a bottle? Is there a bottle game? Grab the bottle. I don't think we're getting this one, guys. This one is some oof. Oh, is it like? Oh, Dr. Okay, is this Dr. Mario? But like, okay. I was about to say it was Dr. Mario right here because I saw the pills. Interesting. We barely almost got that. This gave it to us, right? But cool. Next game will be the Scrandle, my favorite game, guys. This is why we put it in the middle. Let's do the daily Scrandle. First, we have to vote on which food looks better. And right here, this looks exactly what I'd expect from somewhere in Germany, right? Currywurst with fries. I assume this is mayo. I never got mayo. Mit Pommes. And then fish and chips over here. Which one would you guys rather? I see peas over here. I've had the currywurst specifically at Spielberg in Austria for the Red Bull Grand Prix, or Austrian Grand Prix. So I'm gonna go here, just because I can actually know what that tastes like. Here is where we have to guess, guys, what food people would rather eat. And I mean, look at this. This looks awful. So we're gonna go over here for steak pies, chips, and gravy. Okay, we have a returnee. We have these shrimp tacos, which they look undercooked, and it looks like it only has pineapple on it. So going over here, gotta side with the picky eaters on this one, and that just will make you shit yourself to death. Oh no. Okay, this looks really good. I would want this any day of the week, but oh my god, $40 hot dog with 2 drinks was 40 pounds. That is insane. Thank God. Okay, the world is sane. Beef burger, 8 pounds, or cheesy conies for 8 pounds for both of them. This is Qatar. Okay. Cheesy conies. This is hard, guys, because this is like they overdid it with the cheese. First of all, of course, this is in the U.S. in Cincinnati, so kind of makes sense. What would the picky eaters go with here? I'm actually seeing some cheese on the burger here. The cheese here just, I don't know, right? Are we going right? I'll ban you if you're wrong. No, kidding. I'm gonna go right. Oh, good call, good call, good call. Okay. Ooh, picky eaters will say right, but the specialty nachos, this is, actually no, this almost fulfills my standard of nachos because it's like evenly displaced upon the nachos. But that cheese looks so manufactured. The picky eaters may be going right. 7 with garlic mayo, by the way. People are saying left. Right's kind of calling to me. Ooh, I trusted left though. Let's go. Okay, come on, right. Don't even ask. I'm not going to even give commentary on that one. Here we go. We have cream scone, which is not even in the total picture, or curry goat. They really should have gotten a better picture of this one because these look better from a distance. Those are probably the cream scones. No one's thinking, by the way, like the voters for this probably aren't thinking about like we are. We're built different, right? Ow, I just kicked my mic. I apologize. Picky eaters will say left. Oh, that was close. Okay, here. Oh, ice cream sundae and it's Oreo, guys. I don't know what. Maybe there's mint happening down here, and if it's mint, then I'd rather do terrible things. Ice cream sundae with mint would suck. I don't like mint. I don't get the hype over it. The steak and pie mash is looking really good. I don't see any peas, and I even see green onion, which looks great. I'm just really scared that people are gonna be, the picky eaters are picking the right. I'm gonna go left. Oh, I should have gone right. No. What the hell is this picture over here? Don't even ask me. Come on. We have pickle onion, which is, oh god, cheese and ham panini. That's barely a panini, or a tray of 10 sausages. Okay, 9 out of 10. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. We did much better than the average today. Let's call that done and go to the next. More or less. Actually, we're gonna do the shape cutting game first. I feel like that is a much more engaging game. Once again, kind of like how the game works is they give us a single point of symmetry, and then we have to decide from there. We have this part of the curve. This is actually more, remember, this is an arc length, right? So if we sliced it right here, these would be relatively equal. So this is equal. We basically need to take this mass out of this side. So we could, we just need to start shifting everything left. I think that's the best way to go about this, right? So, you know, here would be an even cut, here would be an even cut. We have this mass right here. So this much room and this much room. This is a really big guess for me, but we're gonna go like this. 40-60, oof, not my worst, but definitely not my best. Definitely not my best. Okay, let's go back to the higher, lower. Oh, that's Yandere Sim. Here we go. What time is it? Or Andrew Tate? Andrew Tate's washed. What time is it, please? Bogged. Andrew Tate or a plumber? Would you rather hire Andrew Tate or a plumber? I feel like Andrew Tate gets this one, but just out of, you know, like, I'd rather talk to a plumber than Andrew Tate. We're gonna go plumber. That, oh, very close, but we did not get that one. Jacksepticeye, my goat. There we go, easy. Narcissist, which is a picture of a turkey or turkey vulture, I don't know. I'm not a bird expert. Or Jacksepticeye. We're gonna go Jacksepticeye. Uber or narcissist? Why would you be Googling Uber? Too bad. I'm stupid, I guess. Why are you Googling Uber, bro? Another 3 out of 5 day. Not our best. Okay, Backstreet Boys versus Denzel Curry. Oh, the amount of white people. I hate to do it. Yeah, okay. Okay, Green Day versus Denzel Curry. Ooh, white people? Yep. I'm sorry, just like Denzel Curry's a good pick, but Luke Bryan versus Green Day. Fuck. Green Day. Queen Latifah versus Luke Bryan. Queen Latifah. No. Oh. Jay-Z, come on. Okay, 4 to 5. Let's try to do better today. Movie ratings, we got this. Half-Blood Prince has to mog Pitch Perfect. 7.6? Okay, that actually makes total sense. Like, it's not an 8. Everywhere. Oh, this is going to go crazy high. What? I expected that to be like an 8.2 or something. Oh, no. Please don't let Inside Out mog Everything Everywhere All at Once. Please. No, no, no. Oh, I'm so sad. Oh, I'm picking my favorites. I need to pick other people's favorites. Money Plane. Dude, this is so bad. Okay. There we go. Okay. Man, wow. I did not expect that. Okay. Roger Bannister's Running Shoes won a historic 4-minute mile run, or Lady Gaga's Fake Nail. Oh, God. How vapid are we? Fell off during her Born This Way tour to Dublin. I feel like this is probably 6 figures. This is probably 5 figures. Yeah, okay. Woman's forehead as ad space. Googled goldenpalace.com on her forehead. This is clearly a picture from my courtroom, so it has to be an absurd, like 25K. Aww. 110,000, okay. That's there you guys. That's how you guys know I would tattoo something on my head for 25K. The katana, yeah, please. What? Michael Jordan's finals jersey. That's probably crazy. Like I know 500 over 500K is crazy, but yeah, because they're close. They got to be close. I'm gonna go with this though. Oh my god, it's not even close. 10 million. Like respect to Michael Jordan. But that's a shirt, bro. The shirt didn't win the game. Michael Jordan did. What? John Lennon's Mueller? No, it's not 10 mil. Holy. I'm terrible today. Age Elvis was when he died, or studio albums Taylor Swift has released? Albums? I don't know. No. He had to be older than the amount of albums, right? Okay. Poof. Like, who has 42 albums? Time zones in Russia? It's definitely not 11. Oh, maybe it is. Really? Oh, yeah, because you have... Yeah, okay. Words in the Gettysburg Address? I think it's a little bit more than 11. Floors the Empire State Building has? Now, ask me if it was like any place in like in Korea, like a building in Korea. Don't those go up to like a crazy number? pH level of pure water. That's just not even going to break 14. That's 7, yeah. Okay, so rough day today. 18 out of 25. There's been better. And man, it is bright outside my window now. Holy moly. Interesting. Cool. We are going... Oh, what is this? Oh. Cool. I think part of me wants to end the stream already, but we will do our slices. We will be good, and we will do our slices today. I want to be sub 10. Are we beating sub 10 streams for this construction? Probably not. But it'd be really nice if we could, right? Riptide, are you here? Actually, is Ink Figures streaming in the first place? Because I was thinking of rating Ink Figures, and I would like our friend Riptide to be here for that, but I'm not sure if that's happening. And we'll see how many people we have in like an hour. I'm going to take a sip of water real quick. Let's go into our BRB screen. Alrighty. Nope, wrong button. Let's get to it, gamers. It is so sunny outside my window now. I'm going to take it because now I don't look blue, but like, it's a bit absurd. I'll take it. I'm going to go outside after this. I'm going to enjoy the weather. Never said a computer science before. I don't know. Never before said. There we go. So, slice time. I did not mentally prepare myself for this part of the stream. So, we're not going to make the same mistake we made on our first box, where we used too many lines. We only had 2 extra lines. That's too many, right? We're going to be making this on the front plate. Okay, now we have to do the question. Do we instead want to do this on the back plane so it is a lower profile? Thoughts and opinions, guys. I think, because it's going to be the same either way. No. Yes, because we're looking with vertical stuff. I mean, it's probably wise. We don't need the center anywhere else. I'm really trying to think of like the advantages and disadvantages of this. Can't name too many. Or can't name too many disadvantages, so Other than smaller profile, that's better for us. So we're gonna do that. I guess I'll keep the tape on here. And let's use our diet pin, the one that's a little bit used. Watch this actually be my newer pin, and I'm just like, from the beginning, I was wrong. Yes, we need this diagonal. That's nice. Okay, now do we need the half? Yes, we do. Do we need to plot the half? Yes, we do. Those are like the two good questions, I think, for this lesson is one, do we need that line? And two, do we actually need to plot that line, right? Or do we just need the points at the end of it? So technically it'd be like, do we need that line? No, we only need the points, but I feel like going through the two questions helps us figure that out. That is a really, really cool sound. Okay, maybe I brought this a little bit too close to myself. There we go. Ah. This is a really good song. There's I kind of don't want to talk because the song is so beautiful, so I'm actually gonna shut the hell up. We may replay that one. I apologize for like replays and music, but I want to like I wasn't listening to that at the beginning, and I feel like that was a bit of a disservice. What I wanted to say is every time I make a longer line, do we need the midline? I don't think we do. Then let's not draw it. I mean, until we have to, right? Okay, we're gonna replay that song. Whenever I make longer lines and I make this like with my body, like the shoulder moving motion, it reminds me of that. Oh, just replayed it. My bad. There we go. It reminds me of that scene from Witch Hat Atelier where she cuts the fabric. I know it's like very much an analog for drawing. It's really cool to see. I like it a lot. Ah, we do need the vertical. Brick. Okay, I try to get away with it. I don't think we need to draw that line. Frick, really? Darn. I don't think we did. Dang it, whatever. Need to be more attentive. Where did I put my ruler? Oh, I dropped it. How did I not even notice that time? That's impressive. There we go. Do we need this line? Yes. Okay, now we're gonna do the 7/16 and the 9/16. We have 4 slices. Quarter, 7, 9. What's the other one? Oh, 3/8. Yeah. Which we need that diagonal, which crosses through this line. So we need a vertical here. So yeah, we didn't need that line. Dang it. Oh, such a shame. We're going to do this a little bit to the left. Apologies that you guys can't see it. Oh. I guess I don't need to flip the ruler every time like that. Yeah. Okay, and we don't even need to draw this too far. We only need it up here. So technically we didn't need all that up there either. Now we have our diagonal across, and that gives us our 3/8 and 7/16, right? Diagonal, and we find where it hits the middle on the 4th. Oh, goodness. So we did need that midline. This one's extra, though, which is only slightly annoying. So yeah, we have our diagonal across. Gives us this midpoint. And then we can mirror the last one. Sorry. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that one's clearly a little bit off. Ooh, whatever. Just very surprised. I've been somewhat meticulous about it, but hey, happens. Yeah, that one's super off. That makes me so upset. Cool. Nice. So now we just make our slices. Degree's a bit lower. This box is a little bit off. But we're going to continue. I'm a bit worried about this one, but all we can do is try our best, right? So Not sure my hands are shaking because I was nervous about that one, or if they were just like, whatever. Okay, that looked really off for a second. That worried me a ton. Frick. Maybe I am shaking because I'm nervous. Ah, I did the half line again. I didn't need to do that. I'm such a chud. I did that mistake last time. Only doing these a partial bit of the way. And like gradually lifting up the pin so I can continue the line and it won't look too egregious. That's the plan. If that actually works out, who knows? Maybe I should have done the whole line like really light. Probably would have been a better play. See, that looked okay. So yeah, if we ever have extended lines like this, it may be best to just do it really light first. There's our 4 slices. That extra line is already crowding things. I'm not happy about it, but it happens. Now it's going to be a game of mitigating error, which I have no doubt we have plenty of. Almost did the 12th, or the half. Whatever numbers between, or has 1 and 2 in it. Oh, error's already starting to show. Rear its ugly head. There we go. There's our box with all of its slices and a couple extra because I decided to be silly. Does it already look confusing? A little bit. But tomorrow, we're going to go through it one at a time. And please don't rip the page. 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 Oh, I already ripped something. I felt it. You guys get to watch in terror. Oh my god, that was scary. Whew, okay. Yeah, we're gonna pick this up tomorrow. Work on those slices. The ideal is that we finish all the layouts for the slices. The stream after that, we do the ellipses. The stream after that, we finish this construction. That would make it 8 streams in total, which I would be very happy about. We'll see if that actually happens. So, thank you everybody for joining me tonight. Toast, Dio, and Luffy. I think that was everybody. Welcome back, Luffy. It was great to see you after a while. Streams are going to be somewhat consistent. I may take Friday off, so not today, but not tomorrow, but the next day. We'll see how it fits in with how this is going. I just don't want to burn myself out before Promptathon and all that other stuff. We're going to be doing a lot. A lot is coming up. So, once again, thank you all for watching me, and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.